Man, check out that view of Lake Powell. You know, I've been coming down here for 50 years. I'm always on the water. I've never seen it from this point of view. There's only one way to get out here. We're going to show you how to do it.
All right, so we're heading to the Grand Bench, which is about 60 miles from where we're standing right here. The Grand Bench is a 12-mile bench that is on the east side of Last Chance Bay. We're going to be up on top of there today looking down,
Off we go.
Probably about 600 feet down onto the lake. So
Cool.
It should be a really good time.
Most people have heard of or at least seen pictures of Lake Powell from the Point Overlook. The Grand Bench Overlook, where we are headed today, these guys say is even more impressive.
I came out here about 15 years ago for the first time, and it's just, it's pretty spectacular. Probably the best vantage point on the lake that you can get to, by off-road vehicle. We can get out here in about half the time it takes in a Jeep, and just these things float over all the washboards and bumps and rocks and everything. And so Last Chance Canyon is one of the largest canyons on Lake Powell, and it's about 12 miles long. And so we're going to be working our way around the back of it and actually cross the creek up above Lake Powell. It's a very scenic spot, and definitely the road less traveled out here. Just don't see many people out here other than maybe cattle ranchers. So this is the west shore of Last Chance Canyon.
This is definitely something people don't get to see every day, this part of Glen Canyon. So we're at the very end, almost the end of Last Chance Bay. So those familiar with Lake Powell, that's a great, summertime play area and great fishing and such an amazing area. What is it, like 14.2 million acres in Glen Canyon? And the lake only takes up about 15% of that acreage.
Next stop will be the crossing at Last Chance Creek. So we're gonna start our descent down into the canyon.
A little more technical?
It's, we're gonna be doing probably low range, and depending on how bad the washouts are, we might even get a spotter, because there's some spots that can be a little sketchy. So we just descended down into the bottom of Last Chance Creek here, and we're going to run towards the lake for a bit, and then we're going to climb out. If you have the right vehicle, and a little bit of off-road knowledge, you can make it out here. But like I said, I probably would never come out here with just one vehicle. You need a recovery or something. That Last Chance Creek crossing, depending on the time of year, it may be really rutted out and washed out. And today wasn't too bad, but the last time I was out here, it was pretty rough. In my opinion, I think it's one of the best viewpoints on the entire lake. And we'll be about 600 feet up, and we'll have pretty much a 270-degree view, and it's going to be awesome. Can't wait to show you guys. So we just crossed Last Chance Creek, and we climbed up out of the creek area, and now we're gaining elevation, going up through the coxcombs right now. We're out on the Grand Bench, which is the eastern side of Last Chance Canyon. And so at the end of this is the main channel of the old Colorado River in Lake Powell. So it's going to be quite the view. There'll be West Canyon to the south of us. There'll be Gregory Butte, which is in the middle of Last Chance Bay. And we'll also see Friendship Cove, and up to the east, Rock Creek Canyon. So one of my favorite parts of the lake, really. So in the distance there, you can see Weatherill Canyon. It's about 3 sections of water back on the right. And again, that's the main Colorado River channel that kind of snakes up through there.
That's the fun part.
Yeah, now we get to open it up. We got to bounce around through all those rocks, and now we're just doing Baja style right here. Woo. We're getting there. Almost there. I don't know that the overlook has a name in particular. It's just, I call it the Grand Bench Overlook because we're literally right out to the very end of it. So we are at the end of the Grand Bench. Right below us, about 600 feet, is the old Colorado River channel, the main channel of the lake. Behind me is Last Chance Bay. You have Cane Point, which is the other shoreline you see over there. Gregory Butte, Tower Butte way back in the distance there, and then we have West Canyon just to the south of us here.
You know, I've been past this area dozens of times in a boat, but I've never seen this perspective.
That's the thing is, you know, when you're down on the water, you're always looking up. You know, here it's, you know, this is truly an eagle's view, you know, bird's eye view up here. And it just gives you, you know, it makes you feel pretty small, actually.
I love excursions with Uplake Adventures. Bob and his crew have shown us so much of Glen Canyon we never knew existed. An adventure with them is like learning the lake all over again.
We basically have 3 things that we do. We obviously do our sea-doo adventures on Lake Powell, which is fishing, exploring the canyons, hiking, overnight camping on the lake. It's a fantastic way to get very intimately involved with Lake Powell. And then we have our ultimate experience, which is our 37-foot Axopar, which is a day trip only, but we cover a couple, 100, 150 miles on the lake in one day. It's in comfort. It's a great way to go fishing and see the Lake Powell. And then of course we have our Can-Am Mavericks, which we do. It's a lot of fun, and they're self-driving, so you're gonna drive, follow behind a guide. We take you all over Glen Canyon. Grand Staircase, Escalante, and Sitla is all the area that we are permitted to go. But yeah, we have a lot of fun, and we get to play around in this area, and it's just, it never ceases to, amaze and surprise.
Combined, you and I have close to, I don't know, 80, 90 years of coming to Lake Powell, but we've never seen it from this perspective, either of us.
Yeah, this is crazy in this position up here. It's so unique to see number one, how big the lake really is, and see the tops of the rocks we never get to see.
Yeah, it's a different look from clear up here. So like Jim was saying, make sure you have a little knowledge and a high clearance vehicle to come out and do this adventure. It is a lot of fun. Or you can always reach out to our buddies over there at Uplake Adventures. Hey, I'm Adam Meikle. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting videos like this out of Utah.